Yo, what's going on, man? This is Afi King, and you already know you in Afi's Kingdom. So it's one of these nights, man. I couldn't go to sleep, so I just thought I might get you some free games. You know, y'all might need some free games. So this is one thing I want to say. Guys wonder how come. This is some expert level game. This is some shit that I've never been talked about before in this context. Okay, so you know me. You hear me. I run asshole game, but I also run finesse game too. And I had a subscriber ask me. Um, well, basically, he didn't ask me. He told me that he gets results being a nice guy and shit like that. Okay, so let me tell y'all why that is. The only time that nice guy shit works is in the beginning. When you're in a relationship, the nice guy shit doesn't work. But when you're courting a woman, it works. It works for two reasons. One, because you're creating a new situation and the bitches are using her imagination, and I just rhyme right there, for most of the interaction. You guys you're dating, you're hanging out, you're telling her things about you, and she's filling in the blanks off the possibility. Like, bitches really think like Tyler Perry honeymoon shit. Like, they really fucking think that shit goes like the movies, even though they're not attracted to it. They speak it into existence, right? Another thing, another reason when it works, most of the time, fellas, when you are dating a woman and you're like texting her and she's really receptive and she has high interest and she's texting you back long ass shit and all that. Let me tell you why this is. I told you why the first reason is. But the main reason is usually she's dealing with a man who's fucking up. So you are a contrast of what he's not doing at the time. You understand that? So the bitch ain't getting the attention, the flowers, the admiration, the validation. I just rhymed again. But she's getting it from the new motherfucker that's you. And you think that when you get her from the guy, there is probably a guy there. Let's say there's not a guy. When you get her, that you're going to keep doing this shit to maintain her. And it'll maintain her physically, but mentally it's not, because she's bored and you're predictable and she knows what to expect from you. So you guys got to realize that just because a woman ain't dumped your ass doesn't mean that she ain't fucking with somebody else. Doesn't mean that she don't want to fuck with you. Just a woman don't always break up with a man when she tired of him. So yeah. So when you doing that nice guy shit, it's most likely that she's going through a situation or in the back end with another motherfucker, and you are just contrasting what he's not doing, and she's enjoying it from you, but he's still hitting that shit and she's complaining to him. Promise you. Another one is a subscriber asked me what's a good way to fire women because he don't want to hurt their feelings. Well, for one, man, you can't have feelings. I'm just keeping it real. I mean, you can have feelings, you can care, but do you think these bitches care about your feelings when they dump you? No, they done already lined somebody up. They don't care. So why should you care? For two, what I do is I run my asshole game, but I run it to a point. See, I run asshole game, but I'm charming, charismatic, and I'm funny, I'm flirty, all this shit. So I usually mix all that shit together like cereal, you feel me? But when I want to be fired, I just do asshole shit back to back with no give back. And I put her in the box to where she's making the choice for me, right? And I can always hold that against her. You know what I'm saying? Even though I set it up, you know. And I know that you always hear that you're not supposed to take your ex back or shit like that. You should not. You shouldn't. But um, if you're not attached, you can. You just know where you stay. I keep rhyming, man, and I'm more and more and more. Mm, it's just too much spits for y'all. Yeah, so if you can deal with her without that attachment, then she's just another bitch. Then you're all good. It don't matter at that point. But if you in love and you doing all this shit, you can't handle it. You know. What's another free game, man? What's some player shit that I did recently? What you think? Mm, I don't know. I can't think of nothing unorthodox I pulled off lately. But those are just two free games, man. How to fire chicks. I mean, see, the thing is, you can just be getting a text. You can be straightforward, but the reason why I don't like doing that sometimes is because sometimes you get cooperating at the bitches that you're not trying to fuck with. Sometimes you don't want a bitch to get her shit right. You just want to get her out of there. So sometimes you fire bitches to change the dynamics of relationships, but other times you fire them because you generally don't want to fuck with them. You know, she may be toxic. She might not like her baby daddy shit. She may not be courteous, whatever it is. So I'm not always in the mood to hear a bitch out and hear her say, "Oh, I'm sorry. I'm going to do." I don't like hearing sorry, sorry, sorry. I promise, bro. I don't like that. So sometimes when you just flat out fire them that way, it'll make them fix the shit. And sometimes you don't want situations to be fixed. So that's an oxymoron. So turn it to them. And the whole key to the game is just do what the women do. This is what the women do. Y'all think that y'all think y'all be breaking up with these hoes. A lot of these times, the women just do fucked up shit so you could break up with them, so they won't feel bad about it. They do a lot of shit for their conscience. You feel me? So they're pushing you away purposely. All of a sudden, the bitch ain't sucking your dick. All of a sudden, she ain't washing. Yeah, she doing that shit on purpose. She trying to piss you off. Promise you. Or she don't have no respect. And when it's a woman that has no respect, she doesn't care about any consequences. So you lost two times right there. You know? So it's just some free games, man. I'm gonna get y'all real quick. Y'all have a good night. Remember, I'm dropping on Fridays and Saturdays. Following me on Instagram, Dating Mindset and Raw Game. If you have consultation questions, you can email me, DM me on Instagram, or you can email me at mrkingfee@gmail.com. Mr. King Fee 101 at gmail.com. My bad, because this light is showing up in my face and it's late and I'm trying to read it and it's dark, it's dark and it's lights. You don't want it. Yeah, man, but no bitches tonight, man. I'm going to bed. Listening to this new Travis Scott shit I just downloaded. So, man, y'all take care, man. Pimps up. Sims down, man. Bosses up, man. We eliminating that shit, man. We man. And we on the purpose, man. Oh yeah, and speaking of purpose, man, y'all read Purpose. That's where I got that from. Read Purpose Driven Life, man. I always recommend that shit to my one-on-ones because it changed my life. When I read that book, I was going through some shit, and I always recommend it to others. So this is a impromptu book of the week too. Peace out, y'all.